What happens when capitalism doesn't need workers anymore? It's not a hypothetical question. It's happening right now, in real time, across the globe. And the comments section of every AI video tells the same story. People know something fundamental is breaking. One viewer wrote, "I am not worried that AI will do my job better than I will. I'm worried that CEOs will think it can." Thousands of people agreed, because it captures the real fear, not that AI is too good, but that it doesn't need to be. It just needs to be good enough to justify the layoffs. The optimists love to talk about technology that makes workers more productive rather than replacing them. The combine harvester is the classic example. One person could now do the work of 20. But here's what the optimistic narrative always misses. One commenter nailed it perfectly. If you have 20 farmhands, but you can make 4 of them 400% more effective, you now have 4 people doing the work that it used to take all 20 to do. This is fine if your business can expand, but if it can't, you have an excess 16 farmhands who don't need to be on the payroll. That's the trap. Technology is always sold as making workers more productive. But productivity is unmeasured by how much value a worker creates. It's measured by how much profit a company extracts. And when 4 workers can do the job of 20, what happens to the other 16? The standard answer is, they'll find other jobs. But will they? We've seen this movie before. When manufacturing automated and moved overseas, 7 million factory jobs disappeared in the US between 1980 and 2010. They didn't come back. Entire communities collapsed. And that was when we still needed humans somewhere in the supply chain. Here's what makes AI fundamentally different. It doesn't just replace muscles or repetitive physical tasks. It replaces cognition, decision-making, pattern recognition. The exact skills we spent the last 150 years telling workers to develop. Learn to code, they said. Now AI writes code. Focus on customer service, they said. Now, AI handles customer service. Get into creative work, they said. Now AI generates art and music. As one commenter put it, the system is collapsing. Life is too unaffordable, and all politicians say is that we are lazy for not having 3 jobs. We are burned out. In the Philippines, 89% of outsourced service jobs are at high risk of AI automation. That's over 1 million people. But those jobs aren't coming back to wealthy countries either. They're being moved to server racks. A single slot in a data center can replace an entire call center in Manilor, Michigan. This brings us to a terrifying realization, captured by another viewer. As certain jobs are replaced by AI, the number and quality of available workers for the remaining jobs will skyrocket. Competition for available jobs will go up, and companies will be able to cherry-pick the best candidates and pay them less. Even the jobs that survive AI will see their wages suppressed because there will be an army of displaced workers competing for them. This is what workers call, "I have a Master's degree and I am competing with 500 other applicants for an entry-level position that pays $40,000 a year." And this creates what might be the real civilization-ending threat. As one person pointed out, AI is hollowing out unskilled, semi-skilled, and entry-level work. When people need 10 to 20 years of experience to even enter the job market, people will be 25 to 35 years old before they become independent. How do you gain experience if AI is doing all the entry-level work? How does a junior developer learn if AI is writing the code? The traditional career ladder from entry-level to expertise breaking, AI is eating the bottom rungs, creating a permanent underclass of people who simply can't break into their chosen fields, which brings us to a fundamental contradiction. Capitalism needs workers to also be consumers. Henry Ford famously paid his workers double the going rate, not out of generosity, but because he needed them to be able to afford his cars. Today, 70% of the US economy is consumer spending. If workers lose their jobs and their income, who's going to buy all the products these AI-enhanced companies are producing? Companies are making record profits while laying off workers, but this is a short-term gain that leads to long-term collapse. Those laid-off workers were also your customers. We're speedrunning toward a 21st century version of the Great Depression, except this time it's because we've automated away the consumer base. AI isn't just eliminating jobs faster than new ones are being created. It's hollowing out entry-level positions. It's suppressing wages. And it's breaking the consumer economy. The question isn't whether this is happening, it's already happening. The question is, what do we do about it? That's what we'll explore in part 2. Make sure you subscribe so you don't miss it.